Big game this weekend, Arsenal versus Brentford. 2 losses on the bounce and we got to make a comeback against the form team in the league. Let's see how it goes. Let's get straight to the video. What's good, Arsenal fans? It's your boy Dennydenzafc here, and I'm back with another match preview for the Arsenal versus Brentford game down at the Emirates on the carpet this Saturday. I can't lie, I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, I cannot wait for this game to start, man. I feel like we need to bounce back very quickly. We've lost 2 games on the bounce. We lost against City, knocked out of the FA Cup, and we lost against Everton, 1-0 loss once again in the Premier League. That's only the 2nd time we've lost in the Premier League. Other than that, it was a draw against Newcastle a couple weeks ago. But nevertheless, another Manager of the Month award for Mikel Arteta. I think it was just deserved for the month that he had coming back after the World Cup. And yeah, man, it's well deserved. The team's been great. Apart from obviously the 2 losses that we've had against City and against Everton, I believe that we got more than enough to get this league wrapped up, man. It's just those 2 big league games, home and away against City, that we need to make sure that we win. Yeah, we need to make sure that we win those games to make sure our both hands are on this title. Because right now we're past halfway now. 1 hand's on the trophy, 5 points ahead with a game in hand against City. Could have been an 8-point gap with a game in hand against City. Oh, if we could, if it wasn't only for Sean Dyche's low block, Sean Dyche's, you know what it is, I call Sean Dyche, man, Mr. Relegation football. But listen, we're looking ahead. We need to come back. I need to see a big bounce back from the team, especially from players like Martinelli. Martinelli's been a bit off the pace, considering he just signed a brand new contract with Arsenal. I believe he's been a bit off the boil recently, and I don't know if you guys have seen my other match preview for this game over on PREMZYTV's channel. Big Arsenal fan from Manchester. Shout out for him for having me on the channel every time, man. We'll be making loads more content together in the upcoming future. So if you haven't seen a match preview for Arsenal versus Brentford game, make sure you head over to PREMZYTV's channel. I will link that in the description and go check out that video, man. Sick content. So yeah, man, once again, I appreciate you, PREMZYTV, for having me. But yeah, man, getting back into this preview, Arsenal versus Brentford. Gabriel Martinelli, these are ones to watch this game, because I believe that he's had a rough few weeks. The only game he's actually made an impact in my eyes was probably when he came off the bench against City, after Leandro Trossard did get to make his first start for Arsenal against City. And to be fair, I don't think this game's going to be anything like the Everton game, because they're 2 different teams. They like to play completely different football. Frank plays very attacking football over at Brentford. He's got them purring right now. Form team in the league. Like, they've taken the most points. They've taken the most league points since the World Cup, since the Premier League has resumed, and it's clear to see Ivan Toney absolutely banging in the goals. I still don't understand how he didn't go to the World Cup and we took players like Callum Wilson. Yeah, I feel like Ivan Toney is levels above Callum Wilson, but nevertheless, it's not about that this game. We need to concentrate on defending against Ivan Toney, because you know him already. He gives the centre-backs a headache every time he plays. But yeah, man, we got our vengeance back against him in the last game earlier on in the season when we beat them at home. We spanked them at home, to be fair. But this time around, they're coming to the carpet. I know they're going to be gassed. They're probably going to feel like they can get something out of this game, considering we did lose our last 2 games. But listen, I'm confident in this Arsenal team. I believe we got what it takes, and we got the cojones. You know what I'm saying? We got the cojones, unlike some. But yeah, man, it's just gonna be a walk in the park field day trip. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, listen, we got a big job to do. Yeah, we need to get that momentum going again. Odegaard as well. Odegaard was missing in that Everton game. Like, we couldn't feed through the lines, man. Them 3 centre mids that Everton had, them defensive midfielders, and Enquiries, Ghana, Idrissa Gueye, you can never say his name, and Onana. Listen, absolute baller, man. That trio in midfield, they just absolutely ran everything. Like, even though we had the inverted midfielder in Zinchenko, and yeah, we also had Partey playing and Xhaka and Odegaard in that middle, and we still couldn't get around that Onana, Ghana Gay and Decore midfield. Absolutely crazy, and everyone was just fighting for Sean Dyche and fighting for the places in that Everton team. So it was the least we could expect, and the least we could expect was a draw, and we never got it. We lost. And considering the last 2 games we've lost 1-0 in both games against City and against Everton, and both centre-backs, James Tarkowski from Everton and Nathan Ake from Man City, they both managed to get goals in. But again, like, when it's not like we're getting outplayed, we're still balling. Like, we're still balling on these teams. So it's just about finding the right passes and being clinical. Once again, if you never saw my match preview for the last game against Everton, I said Eddie Nketiah, please, you need to be clinical this game. You're always going to get that chance, yeah? We've been flying out the blocks in every single game this season. And Eddie Nketiah, this is another one of those games where I need to see you step up and take that chance. Because last week, you had that chance against Everton. You done the work, you did the turn, you did the, you know what I'm saying? You done the hard bit. All you needed to do was tuck that bottom bins and you didn't do it. So, yeah, man, this game, Eddie Nketiah, I know you're going to get a chance, my bro. Just be clinical, tuck those chances away like we know you can, and yeah, man, let's keep this momentum running. Kieran Tierney, do you guys think this is a game for KT or Alexander Zinchenko? Because obviously I know we have that inverted play, that playing style with Zinchenko coming in the middle, joining in, but also that allows Xhaka to move forward. But I don't know if you remember previously where we had last season where we had Xhaka. I believe KT will go up. Yeah, KT will be supporting Martinelli and Xhaka will tuck in and fill in that fullback space. But now it's like he's actually added another attacker in Xhaka up top, pushing forward, pushing on past the midfield, and then we would have Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney, I feel, needs to come back in the squad. He offers us another dimension, especially when going forward. I think, like, sometimes we can switch it up, man. We just need to switch it up. It's getting very predictable with Arsenal. I think I was saying this in my match preview, Arsenal versus Brentford over on PREMZYTV. I was saying how it's getting very predictable. Like, we've had a very steady starting 11 for ages in Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, the main guns, you know what I mean? We've had that main starting 11 for a minute now, and it's like teams are now clocking on, they know what to expect, especially on our wingers. They've been doubling up on our wingers, absolutely causing our wingers mayhem. We've had Bukayo Saka he's been getting absolutely mullered. I feel like Premier League referees need to protect Bukayo Saka because he is constantly getting fouled. He's probably the new Wilfred Zaha, man. He's at people, he's so direct as a player. Players just have to trip him up, and I don't think, like, a lot of players they're not getting their just dues against Saka, man, from the referee. So yeah, man, Premier League referees need to step it up when protecting Bukayo Saka because he's an absolute star boy. Banging future ahead of him, and he's just been immense this season. And over the last couple games, I've noticed teams have found a way to try and counter our wingers in Martinelli and Saka, hence why they haven't had such amazing games like we've seen throughout the rest of the season. But this is going back to our brand new signing in Leandro Trossard. I believe Leandro Trossard has such an important role to play during the run-in to this title charge that we're currently on course for. But Leandro Trossard, being ambidextrous, I feel like he causes fullbacks a headache because his shooting is elite, yeah, and you don't know which foot he's going to use, left foot, right foot. You just got to be ready, do you know what I mean? And this is where it makes the defense of the other team, it makes them mind boggled, and you don't know what's coming. So yeah, man. And again, Gabriel Jesus back on the grass, ready to hit the carpet very soon. You get me? I see him looking steady. I see him doing a couple movements out on the grass down in London Colney, touching the ball, few touches of the ball. But this is what we like to see, man, and he's on course for a very sick comeback again for this running, this very important running that we have towards the end of the Premier League season. But yeah, man, what should we get into now? Let's get into our starting 11. Me personally, my starting 11, I'm going for Ramsdale in goal, no brainer, and I'm starting Tomiyasu over Ben White because, again, Ben White been been a bit off the pace in recent games. He's been subbed off, I believe, in what, the last three games. Even got subbed off at halftime against City. Even though it was a cup game and we may have wanted to rest him, we didn't. We picked that option of taking him off the pitch and bringing on Tomiyasu. And I believe that Tomiyasu, man, he's earned his place. Anytime Mikel Arteta sends that guy on to do a job, yeah, he does that job, yeah, he does his job. So, yeah, man, I believe we just need to get some support behind Ben White and stop criticising our players when they have a few bad games, because Ben White's been absolutely immense this season. And, yeah, man, right back, Tomiyasu, centre-back pairing, Saliba, Gabriel, no-brainer, yeah, left-back. Very important decision. I believe that left back, I keep saying this, that left back position is so important because it has a very different dynamic to the right hand side, obviously with the inverted playing from Zinchenko, and loads of people saying how, oh yeah man, KT needs to learn how to play this inverted role as well as the overlapping. Well, I see it as Zinchenko, more time he only comes inside, so let KT have that other option of getting down that wing and whipping in balls. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, man, in my preference, I'll start with Zinchenko. But if you see the game starts to get tight, if we don't fly at the blocks, then it's very like it can get very like it can get very frustrating when we're trying to play through teams. But whereas sometimes you gotta whip the ball in, man. That's why I'm saying KT's got the legs for it as well. And yeah, let's go on into midfield. We have Thomas Partey, no brainer. No-brainer. Thomas Partey has to start. Xhaka, Odegaard, even though Odegaard's been off the pace in the last game, he's our captain. You get me? He just won Player of the Month last month, so he's got so much more to offer. But he just needs to step it up, get back in his bag. Odegaard, get in your creative bag, man. We know you got what it takes. And also front three now, a big decision up top. Bukayo Saka, Eddie Nketiah, or Leandro Trossard or Martinelli on the left hand side. Me personally, I feel like because Martinelli's had a few games now where he's been a bit off the pace, start Leandro Trossard and bring on Martinelli, because as I said loads of times before, this guy plays at 100% at all times, so that means that you're defo gonna get a 30 work rate from Martinelli. Yeah, Martinelli, when he comes on in that second half, when they're blowing, listen, unstoppable. Yeah, unstoppable. So yeah, man, as I said, Leandro Trossard from the start, Martinelli off the bench. I feel like obviously all of our wingers need a breather. Even Bukayo Saka, he could do with a breather. So yeah, man, if we can give out rest where we can throughout the team, where it's not gonna overly affect the team overall, let's give it to the players, man, because they've been working their arse off. 50 points in the league so far, like unheard of. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, man. Match predictions. Let's get on to match predictions very quickly. My match prediction for this game is 3-1 to Arsenal. I believe we will concede, just going off the fact that we've conceded 2 rubbish goals in our last 2 games, and they've cost us. That goal, Nathan Ake against us at the Etihad Stadium, and again another centre-back goal from James Tarkowski over at Everton last weekend. And yeah, man, it didn't really do us much justice. We just need to get in our defensive bag that we know we can do. Do you get what I mean? Saliba, Gabriel, I need you to follow your players. Fullbacks, follow your players. You get me? Wingers, track back. DMs, track back. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone just play their role, just like we've been doing all season. Keep that cohesion going. And Arteta, please, your substitutions last week, you made them too early. Yeah, see out the game, feel out the game, and let's see what we can do with the substitutions. Let's see what can be most effective going forward. So yeah, man, listen guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you smash the like button, share the video and subscribe. I appreciate you all. Leave a comment, let us know your feelings about the Arsenal game against Brentford this weekend, and let us know your match predictions and who you're looking forward to see playing. And listen, come on Arsenal, we need this win. Yeah, the shit that Man City is going through right now, we need this dub. Let's make the most of it, guys. It's been your boy Dennydenzafc. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, peace.